Hi everyone, it's Killshot from 99 Army, and this is The Passage, Season 1, Episode 3. That should have never happened to you. So that the title alone should tell you that there's a little bit of regret going on. It's not going to be a super long video. I know some people got the invitation, the notification, some people didn't. We just want to do these countdown videos. You guys know, like we do Fear the Walking Dead, we do The Walking Dead, just to hang out a little bit, more of a casual, small environment, things we're looking forward to in tonight's episode. I want to say thanks to you guys for showing up and find out what you guys are most excited about in tonight's episode. So you can see a little bit of the summary down below. Brad strikes a deal, and the picture kind of tells that too, because Brad wants to be there with Amy, and it looked like that wasn't going to be the case, the way they were sort of just taken away from that home. But I guess, it's kind of give and take. Amy is going to volunteer to do this, but only if they don't do anything to Brad. So, that way she's not stressed out. She's not in a bad condition. But we are going to get a little bit of backstory tonight, too. You guys help me out with this, because Babcock is Babcock the blonde that was at the bar? Because it says that Babcock shed some light on her past. So I was reading a little bit about that, and I think we're going to get backstories from a lot of those inmates. I might be wrong with that, but I'm not sure. We'll see how closely you guys have been following. I'm going to wait on a few people to chime in. See, now some people are getting the invitations. We got a few people showing up. You guys don't cheat. Don't Google it. Yeah, a lot of... I am too, Lisa. I think we're learning the names. I mean, obviously we know Brad, we know Amy, we know Sykes. So we know a few of them. I think Babcock is the one that was at the bar and says kind of just do what he's told. That they're seeing in the dreams. So some people are falling in love with characters already. Yeah, okay, good. Just want to make sure. This is not a test. It's not a quiz. We're just real casual here, trying to get to know all the characters. It'd be like we were starting Walking Dead all over again. And we didn't memorize all the characters in the first couple episodes. It wasn't the phenomenon it is now. And you never know. Passage in a couple seasons, it'll be like the back of our hand. We'll know all these characters and their story. So tonight it does look like we are going to dig into a little bit of action. This is where I think the testing and the virus. So these vampires are called virals, and I think Amy's going to be hardcore tonight. I think she's going to be flying around, and I don't know. Maybe it was hard to tell. I think in some of the previews, what are the dreams and what are the actual things happening. That might be a little bit of a trip trying to figure those things out. They do let us in on it relatively early, though. How many people are probably going to read the books now that they're watching the TV show? Just kind of a show of hands. I don't think I'm going to have time to read the books, but I will kind of tap all of you guys for your book knowledge. Okay, so we do have some people already bought the books. Lisa's a step ahead. I should have known. On a complete side note, let's see. How many of you are, it's super cold outside or you're snowed in and you're going to be watching a lot of TV the next couple of days because it's just too freaking cold to go out and do anything else? Wow, -34. Good. So that means many of you will not miss any of the streams over the next couple days. So I expect everybody to be in attendance. Tomorrow night, actually we're going to do a reaction tonight at 10:10. It won't be a super long reaction. It'll probably be 15, 20 minutes as well. We're going to keep them a little bit shorter. And tomorrow night, we're not going to do random things. So we are going to jump into The Walking Dead, even though it's Tuesday. We're going to table some of the random things for a couple of weeks because I think we got some other things going on. And there are some new mini spoilers that are out. So we're going to touch on that as well with The Walking Dead. I don't think it's anything like drastic, but we might as well get into it. So I know some of you said that the relationship between Brad and Amy is a real solid dynamic. What is the reason? If you had to pick a reason for watching The Passage, go ahead and give it to me. Let me know. Is it just because we had this bridge and we're all watching it and talking about it? I mean, is there something you're looking forward to? They are taking the time to develop the story. But I think when they get to the action, it's going to be really fast-paced, though. Viola says the horror. Yeah, I'm waiting on it. Villar says love vampire movies, especially the good ones. Yeah, I mean, those are... I'm looking forward to the distinction between vampires. I want to learn a little bit more about the vampires because I think we've been so, engrossed in like Walker mode for so long. It's actually nice to see something that's just not mindless attacking things, that they actually have a rationale. Yeah, vampires are, I think it's an acquired taste. Like, there's some people that don't like vampires, but it's like having an angry pet. They're kind of cool, but it's like your angry pet. You don't want to cross them. So, Lark, I agree. Lark says, and I think that's a fair assessment, right? I'm hoping the story doesn't get stupid. I do like the way they're doing it, though, because they're kind of getting us out there with the story, and then they're telling the backstory gradually, because, you just don't want to have 6 episodes of nothing but setting the plot. And now we kind of got a little bit of the plot, we got a little bit of the adventure, the horror, and then we kind of, I think they're going to pick and choose, and we'll just get a different story from each person. Sort of like Lost. It does have a Lost element to it. Remember the first season of Lost, if you guys watched it, where you just kind of, you learned a little, bits and pieces. And maybe there's going to be some character kind of take us for a little bit of a ride or a loop where you think a character has good intentions and then you realize, I don't think that'll happen with Brad or with Amy, but as they introduce us to new characters, they might sort of take us down that path of whether or not they have good intentions. I think we got a little bit of it so far. Kimberly G's going like full-scale adopting. Well, fair enough. Kimberly, you can certainly see that his relationship with Amy is the strongest bond that is there. And I'm not just saying that to be obvious. It's like he was willing to not only sacrifice, but, he told his wife, I haven't felt like I had a purpose in a long time. Yeah, it certainly is. So, based on, the first couple episodes, I know that we do this in a reaction video. So, I like to do it in every other video. This is the 3rd episode. So far, the series, 1 to a 10. And I want to compare your number right now with the number that we're going to have after the reaction video. It just kind of always gives me a good gauge of what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show. I'm probably at this point 8.6, 8.7 overall story. Wow, that's a pretty high score. 13, that's like the greatest show of all time. A 10, I'm in the upper 8s, and I think a good episode tonight could definitely, get me to that kind of 9, 9.1, 9.2. But they got to stay solid with the storyline. So I'm really looking forward to tonight's episode. I mean, this is the 3rd, so it's time to start to turn the corner and get some action, get some adventure going. If they don't, it's going to be a little bit of a disappointment. So as I said, we're going to keep this 10, 15 minutes. We're right at 10 minutes. Just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. This is the countdown, the reminder. We will be back. This is going to be on the 999 Dead channel. At 10:10, we'll do the reaction to tonight's video. I want to thank each of you for showing up, and we will see you at 10:10. And also, mark your calendar for tomorrow night at 9:30. We're going to have a few more Walking Dead spoilers as well. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the show tonight, and I will see you all in about an hour or so. Peace.